The Citizen Airman, the cornerstone of the Air Force Reserve Triad, a unique partnership of airmen, their families, and civilian employers. Tied together, the three components of the Reserve Triad team up to provide the nation with unmatched talent and war-fighting ability. The Air Force Reserve stands alongside our active and Guard counterparts, providing exceptional combat capability within every Air Force Corps function. Our more than 68,000 citizen airmen are as diverse as the people of our nation. All are directly linked to communities of more than 60 installations across the nation where they live, work, and serve with distinction as America's wingmen. We are a strategic reserve force, leveraged operationally to meet our nation's warfighting requirements. We employ the most diverse range of weapons and support systems of any Air Force major command, including frontline aircraft such as the A-10, F-16, F-22, C-17, B-52, and remotely piloted aircraft. The Air Force Reserve is at the tip of the nation's spear. As stewards of all existing and emerging missions, and carrying out every Air Force Service Corps function, the Air Force Reserve brings superior reach and lethality to the fight with unmatched resourcefulness and economy. From air refueling to strategic and tactical airlift, from dignitary and congressional support to saving lives with Guardian Angel pararescue jumpers, the Air Force Reserve Command is always prepared to fly, fight, and win. We are aircraft maintainers, medical health professionals, technicians, base service providers, lawyers, and chaplains. The Air Force Reserve is heavily involved in the space mission and is currently growing a new breed of cyber warrior. We are security forces and airmen deployed in Iraq, Afghanistan, Africa, and every geographical combatant command's area of responsibility. Reserve civil engineers help build nations, and the Reserve Band is a goodwill ambassador for the Reserve, the Air Force, and our nation. Our Air Reserve Personnel Center supports over 800,000 reservists in various categories, and soon we'll be moving to a new facility at Buckley Air Force Base in Colorado. Citizen airmen rely on solid relationships with the communities where they serve. Reserve support for our people and communities takes many forms. One example is the Air Force Reserve Command's annual Independence Day concert. Every year we host approximately 30,000 people from the local community for a day of fun and festivities. We reach out to our Reserve and Guard members' teenagers via the Teen Summit. 3 camps held during the summer allow teens from across the country to push their boundaries in controlled environments while learning teamwork and leadership skills. Rock climbing, rope courses, and whitewater rafting are just a few of the high-adventure activities offered at Teen Summit. Time with our loved ones is important. Camaraderie with our extended unit families at informal functions enhances our sense of community and helps cement Reserve family bonds. Time spent after deployment in Yellow Ribbon programs is equally important. The Yellow Ribbon Reintegration Program provides Reserve members support throughout the deployment process. It helps ensure reservists and their families understand benefits and get the support they need to reintegrate back into their daily routine after coming home. Part of the reintegration includes returning to their civilian work environment. Civilian employers are key partners in our mission. We are fortunate to enjoy tremendous employer support for our reservists as they serve our nation, and some employers stand out above all others. The Employer Support of Guard and Reserve, or ESGR, works to promote cooperation and understanding between Reserve members and their employers. To that end, the ESGR recognizes those employers who go above and beyond supporting our members by presenting the Freedom Award to the best of the best in employer support. The 3 legs of the Reserve Triad, reservists, their families, and employers, enable the Air Force Reserve Command to answer the call at a moment's notice, as we did when an earthquake struck Haiti. Many lives were lost, buildings and roads destroyed. Airlift relief poured in for this small island nation. Homestead Air Reserve Base, Florida sustained 24-hour operations. Reservists volunteered from units across the nation to meet the need at hand, loading aircraft, tending to evacuees, providing medical care, food, and support for those arriving at Homestead. Reservists were also integral in containing the most recent disaster in the Gulf of Mexico. Conducting special aerial spray missions, Reserve C-130s flew over oil slicks, spreading dispersal agents in efforts to minimize the environmental impact from the massive oil spill. Today's citizen airmen of the Air Force Reserve provide efficient and effective combat capability for our nation's defense. We are poised for the future as the nation's guardians, the United States Air Force Reserve, stationed locally, serving globally.